Hello everyone, I'm Valeriya and we're playing Watcher of Realms. In today's video, I'll be creating a guide on this Frostfall Jamboree event on how do we tackle the boss challenge for the hard difficulty mode, especially for the third boss. The third boss is known as the Lord of Styx, which makes him pretty challenging because you need to break his shield on time, otherwise he'll just nuke out your entire team. So it's something similar to how Gear Raid 2 works, but you need to break the boss shield on time. Once you break the boss shield on time, he'll be under this vulnerability state, which allows you to deal a lot of damage. But I'll be showing you a different strategy where if you're not able to bring in heroes that can perform lots of attack quickly, you can use a different approach, which is to soak up the boss damage, basically using a hero known as Sadie. So Sadie is also quite renowned in the Gear Raid 2 dungeon because of her ultimate ability known as the Auto Time. During the ultimate, allies in range only take 50% of the incoming damage. When this effect ends, they will lose HP equal to the remaining damage over 10 seconds. I think if you don't have the skill max out, they'll be around about like 8 seconds, and once it's max out, it's around about 12 seconds. So this is the skill that allows you to survive against the boss attack, something like how you used to do for Gear Raid 2 dungeons. The problem is Sadie's rage, right, is her rage will not be able to quickly be ready on time before the shield expires on the boss, so you need to bring in heroes that can provide rage. So one of the alternative heroes that can provide rage will be Holo. So as you can see here, right, Holo skills, her ultimate ability Light of Bliss, when triggered, increases the hero's healing multiplier by 45%. And the hero can heal one more target. But the best part of all, I think, yep, this one, her passive skill, Energetic Bliss. When Light of Bliss is activated, which basically refers to her ultimate ability, recovers 1.4% rage for allies in the range every 1 second. And once you max this out, I think the rage that she can provide is close to... Wait, let me calculate. This is 20 seconds and 1 second, 1.4% rage. So it's around about basically 28% rage. So that is much more compared to another hero who also can provide rage, which is Laya. Laya only can provide 10% rage only. If you have a better hero like Eloine, so Eloine is able to also provide rage, Nature's Favor Auto. So once you max out this one, right, she can provide rage every 3 seconds. Restores rage every 5 seconds if it's not max, but after you max it out, it's 3 seconds, equals to 1% of the rage caps, which is pretty good. So if you have Eloine, you can use Eloine. If you don't have Eloine, you can use Holo instead. Alright, so that's basically the minimum requirement in order to use this strategy. Okay, so once you cater this minimum requirement, Sadie as well as a rage provider, then you can bring in your damage dealers. I highly recommend you to bring Silas because Silas is able to ignore the enemy's defense using his soul sniping ability. Ignores the defense and magic resistance of the target by 30 seconds. And if you have Verna to pair along with Silas, he is able to do even more damage. Another hero that can deal a lot of damage will be Valeriya. So she's also a good candidate. So yeah, just bring in your best damage dealers to pair up with these heroes. Alright, without further ado, let's get started on how this team works. Alright, so at the start of the battle, what I usually do is I'll deploy my Valeriya, Arrogance, and then finally Rough on the ground floor. Reason being is because I do not want Rough artifact, right, to summon the doppelganger, the purple guy, to disrupt my placement of my Valeriya as well as Arrogance. And then I deploy Silas, Holo, as well as Sadie. I'll trigger my damage dealer's ultimate ability as soon as possible, so that they'll be able to break through the first phase as quickly as possible, because this is like a time rush where you want to do as much damage as possible during the 6 minutes of this boss battle here. Alright, so now after the boss rush phase, right, the boss will generate this large shield around about 150 hit counter. What I usually do is once the blue bar, right, reaches below the word demise, only trigger Sadie's ultimate ability, followed by Silas and then Holo. Reason being is if you trigger the Sadie's ultimate too quickly, right, then her protection will not be able to save you against the boss side attack. So do take note that you need to time this really well. And then do not trigger, if you're using Valeriya on your team, right, do not trigger her ultimate ability as soon as that boss shield has expired, because, right, this will prevent her from receiving healing from Sadie as well as Holo when they are taking massive amount of damage during the damage over time. This might kill them. So wait around about like 10 seconds or so. Once Valeriya is fully healed up, then only trigger Valeriya's ultimate ability so that you can deal massive amount of damage. And as usual, right, always keep a lookout on the rage meter for Holo as well as Sadie. Trigger Sadie once that blue bar has reached below the word demise. Then as usual, for Holo, right, once her ultimate is always ready, right, just trigger as soon as possible to allow your damage dealer's rage to be fully recovered so that they can get their ultimate ability ready once the shield on the boss has been expired. Because right, when you're dealing damage on the boss during his shield mode, right, he's not taking much damage. So you want to deal damage, especially the ultimate abilities, right, when the shield has expired. Alright, so as usual, repeat the same method. Trigger Sadie's ultimate after the blue bar has reached below the word demise. Then trigger Silas, and then wait for a few seconds, and then perform for Valeriya once her health bar reaches full health. This one, if it's too difficult, right, you can put it on 1x speed to slow everything down. And here's another tip: if the game phase is too fast, right, you can just press on one of that ultimate button, so you slow down the timer by like 50% slower, so you can time your skills even better. Alright, so yep, if you want your heroes to recharge their rage quickly, right, especially when you do not have Sadie's ultimate book out, right, you can always equip your heroes with high rage regeneration stats. So like for Sadie as well as Holo, they are geared with high rage regeneration to help out with the rage recovery each time they perform a healing. And you can also improve their attack speed to allow them to heal your heroes faster. Look at the boss shield counter, it's already like 300 plus. And once it reaches to the end, right, you reach up to like 450 to 500 plus hit counter. Look at that aura that Sadie is providing. Yellow and bluish aura. So cool. Okay, we are now at the 1 minute and 30 seconds mark here. So the boss doesn't really do much damage here. You just need to pay attention on the boss shield expiry. So now the boss shield hit counter has reached around about 400 plus. It'll be quite challenging for players who do not have Sadie, but if they have alternative hero like heroes that can perform lots of attacks like Cetra and those wolf guys, then maybe you can deal a lot of damage as well. Because I've seen in the rankings, right, some players do not use Sadie. They use like Elohim along with other damage dealer heroes there to break the shield quickly. And around this mark, we have already reached the B plus ranking at 600. Is it 6 million? I think it's close to 6 million. Now we have already reached the A ranking. Around about 38 seconds there. Now the boss hit counter has reached around about 450 hits. So we have already left around about 25 seconds here. We'll do as much damage as possible by triggering the ultimate abilities here. And I'll just leave this on auto casting so that they can trigger their ultimate as soon as they're ready. Alright, so once the boss rush has been completed, we'll check out the battle result to see how much damage they have dealt, my heroes dealt on the boss, along with the damage taken as well as the HP healed. So this is my best record here. Let's click next and check out the stats here. So as you notice, Silas dealt the most damage at 52 million damage, followed by Valeriya at 32, then Rough at 22 and Arrogance at 16 million damage. Reason why Silas is able to do so much damage is because of the ignore defense. And these are the damage taken, followed by the HP heal. Alright, so let me quickly show you how I built each of these heroes so that you have a reference point. Alright, so let's quickly see. This is the Lord skills. Alright, so I'll quickly go over all of the build stats here. This is Rough, and these are his total stats. Just give him a lot of critical rate, critical damage and attack stats. I'm using the Wailing Skull artifact. The second hero here is Arrogance. He does not have the raid sets with the artifacts there. So build him something similar to Wrath. He does not have any awakening and he's using the Frigate Flame artifact. Third hero on the list will be Valeriya. She's using the Mythic artifact here. Use the same build as Wrath. Her skills are not fully maxed out, just the passive skill. And she's using the Flux Pendant. Then fourth hero here is Holo, our healer plus Rage Regenerator. You just need to provide her with a lot of speed, Rage Regen and healing effect. And also attack stats since she's healing is based on attack. Then we have Sadie. She's a HP based healer. So provide her with lots of HP, speed, healing effect and Rage Regeneration. Her skills are not maxed out, same goes with her awakening and just using some random artifact there for additional healing. And finally we have Silas, our primary damage dealer here. Build him with high attack, critical rate and critical damage. His skills are fully maxed out. Only has 3 awakenings and using this Spirit Siphon artifact. Yep, so that's basically how I built each of these heroes. Alright, if you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up and share with your friends in case if they also do need this knowledge on how to beat this challenge if the account has Sadie. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, you can click on the subscribe button as well as ringing the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video on this channel. And yeah, so these are the rankings for all of the players in this. I'm not sure is it within my group or in the entire game. This shows all of the ranking points, what heroes they use. As you can see, they're using Eloine, Sadie. Those two are the popular heroes here. Then some damage dealers. So if you have Torodo, right, you can use Torodo instead of Wrath because he allows your heroes to deal double attacks. I think a 30% chance to deal additional attacks there, which allows your Valeriya as well as Arrogance to do even more damage. Then you can use Setram because Setram ultimate ability, right, he's able to do massive amount of hits within a short period of time. So yep, so I think this ranking only shows the top 100 hero players here. Lowest point is around about 543,000. Alright, so that's the end of my video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys again. Bye bye.